All right, welcome folks to Jimmy and Neil Have Problems, where we have one problem, two problem, red problem, blue problem. I cannot say that well. Dr. Seuss is a genius, so
Yeah. Well,
I
I'm
can't.
not sure
Yeah,
that's what the long-term thing
yeah,
is
I don't
gonna
think it
be.
is. I can't say it well.
It,
Just as like Gordium's tagline, where we what was it? Generate, evaluate, and execute on startup ideas. I
yeah.
could never say that.
Mm.
Anyhow, this is all tangential.
I think
Today's problem:
we need caveman speak.
caveman speak.
Yeah, we
What
have
is that?
problem. We
We
fix
have
problem.
we you've got that one. You got the one down.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe one of these intros I'll get to do it.
you get to do an intro. Look forward for that, folks. That's a little gold mine we've tucked in. So today's problem though is there are no volume controls in real life. There are in Zoom. I recognize this because I had some coworkers that spoke in very loud voices, and Zoom was really nice because I could just turn them down a couple notches, or
Mhm.
even if people were just annoying me, I could just really turn everyone down, which was
just
nice. But
just
in real
mute
life,
them.
you just can't. I would love a mute button in real life. I really would. Um,
Have you
and
watched the episode of Black Mirror White Christmas?
oh, what
Oh,
is this?
oh, that one's more. You can, like, if people get in like legal problems, they can just be grayed out to certain people. So instead of like a restraining order, it's just it grays them out and it blurs their audio. I don't know.
Oh, that's actually that's a really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what
Slight
else? Yeah.
slight tangent, but that's okay.
I think another bright spot, thinking of media, is Get Smart's Cone of Silence. Do you remember that?
No.
Steve Carell has this moment where he gets an assignment as a spy, and there's this cone of silence you can hide in, and he like clicks it on. It doesn't quite work, and he starts yelling. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited! This is the best day ever! I'm so happy!" And then he turns around and he realizes it didn't actually cancel any of the sound.
Perfect.
But theoretically, the cone of silence
Yep.
allows you
Yep.
to. That's kind of a different one. That's allowing you to have volume controls rather
Yeah.
than
Well,
controlling the volume of other people.
and it's like there's a GM commercial where someone's in the car and they are just screaming about how they hate their job, and then it ends with, I'm like, you weren't on mute, right?
Oh my god. Well, so I guess like there are rudimentary volume controls. Like another bright spot is like mute on phone calls. Like most phones now have a mute button. You can
Mhm.
mute yourself, and really phone
And
calls in
volume
general.
controls.
Yeah, like if someone's talking really loud on the phone, you can just turn the volume down. Usually, I'm turning the volume up because I don't know. I guess I can't hear that well, but
How much do you think this is a problem? Because it,
yeah.
do you ever in real life, man, be like, man, I really just wish this person would be quieter? Or is it because we've got variability where we've, all got different mics and we've all got different, distances between the mic and the mouth, and we've got different speaker sets, and that's where we need all this volume control to you know equalize all this technology we've put in. Whereas in real life, I guess here's a solution: you just back up,
But
right?
yeah, like bipedal movement,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
move away. Yeah. Well, I think there's one case. So my family, I've got a big Italian family, all right, on my dad's side. And when we have a
Mhm.
family get together, there's like 40 of us jammed in one house.
Uh-huh.
And it is you can barely have a conversation.
Yeah.
Everyone's yelling. And I would love a volume control. I would love a cone of silence. Just if I'm talking to my cousin, just put a cone of silence and we can have an actual conversation instead of,
Mhm.
shouting over everyone.
So then
Yeah.
a solution is, better built environments.
Yeah.
Like if we've got
Yeah.
environments that have, little nooks for, semi-private conversation, and places, closed doors for private conversations, and, you know, open areas for public conversations. that
Yeah,
solves this problem.
it does. I think ours is a space issue. There's just like we'd have to rent like a hotel or
Yeah,
something to
which is
effectively,
fair.
which we have done before, but
Yeah,
that's when we were young.
but then that's
Yeah.
also you know renting a hotel. If it's, yeah, you've got other space issues there.
Yeah, because then it's more fragmented. I mean, that's what we ran into. So I was just on a work retreat and it was interesting. I was talking to the guy that organized it, and he said, I packed it out so that people wouldn't split off into tons of little groups because it's a big hotel. What would happen is if there was a 3 hour break in the day, you couldn't gather everyone back because people would splinter into this giant
Mm.
area, into these
Mhm.
tiny little groups. And so if you had lots of activities throughout the day, it would keep people like close enough so
Hmm.
that they would pair off in larger groups.
I'm
I
not
thought that was
sure I
really
agree with
interesting.
that, but interesting thought process.
Well, it's a difference between like, okay, do you have an event once every 6 hours or once every 3 hours or
Yeah.
2 hours? Because every 2 hours, and those events could be a meal, right?
Mhm.
So if you can cut that spacing between those events, it increases the chance that people are going to group up between those
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Also, a solution we haven't talked about yet. My favorite is the
Oh, I
hands and
forgot.
ear method. Yeah,
Yeah.
little kids have this down. Just put those fingies right in the ear holes.
It is slightly abrasive. I would
Yeah,
love to see you do this, though. I would definitely pay you to do this
just
at
in
an
middle
event.
of a conversation, see me like,
Yes.
really animatedly, arms out to the side, like you're curling your biceps, but then, pointer fingers
Just go
right in
right
the
into the
ears.
ears.
Yep, yep,
I feel like that's something like a king or a queen would do back in
yeah.
medieval times
Mhm.
because what's someone gonna say? You can't say anything. Or, you know, getting older, you can always pull the I'm old card. I think that's something I'll do when I'm older, is just say, yeah, I'm done.
A little bit of a bright spot that I just thought about is um like silent discos.
Oh, that's a
A
great,
little bit,
yeah.
odd, but it's sort of, how do you do noise levels in big groups? And yeah, silent discos. And then that solves, some of the, if everyone's having a conversation,
Mm.
that's another thing. But if most people are, just, dancing their hearts out, um yeah, and you want to have a conversation, you don't need to, run away from all the loud disco music.
Great idea, actually. I really like that. Yeah. I guess so. One question, like we have a question section. This is what we're digging into here. Like, is this a problem or a feature?
Yeah,
I feel like it's a feature. It's like, oh, this is nice to have. It'd be fun to be able to control
yeah,
volume, but we have all
yeah.
these ways of doing it that generally work.
Hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Do you want
Yeah,
to, so we do ratings here. We rate it based on our motivation, how quickly we could fail this idea, and the impact of the idea. I think
yep,
I'm
I'm
ready
ready.
to rate. Okay.
I
What do you got
am
for
a
motivation?
0 for motivation. I don't care.
I mean, I am, and then it comes to Thanksgiving, and then I'm like, I want to talk to my cousins, and then,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna give it a 0.
Yeah, yeah.
All
Speed
right,
to failure,
speedy failure.
I give a 1.
I agree. I think a
I think,
1. There's some
some
things you
of
could
these
try.
are really hard and some are really easy. So
Yep.
uh,
Impacts.
I give a 0.
I'm gonna give it a 1. I think there's enough spaces. I think individually, I'm not impacted by this over and over again, but there's so many gatherings where this could be beneficial that
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, this
I,
is, but
I
I think it's
guess,
zero point
like,
0.5 is a,
yeah.
yeah,
Like, I guess I would like my architect to be, giving it a, zero point 0.5 to a
exactly.
1. But,
Yep.
you know, if it's going to mean like putting in, just always wearing headphones, no, please don't.
Yeah. Nope. No need. Well, that's all we've got, folks. Let us know if you have any crazy ideas about how to solve this problem or how you handle it in your family. So thanks for joining us.